episode of Midnight Twist.
See, I messed up. That was messed up. Alright.
And Taz is in a pretty foul mood today, guys.
Yes,
So, if he's not as funny or as joyous as he normally is, it's, he's not in a good mood.
Yeah, so.
If you couldn't tell by his face.
Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to be doing a continuation on last episode where we talked about Annabelle.
Fired sneakers.
Huh?
Oh, they're dirty.
No, they're not.
They're not dirty.
Everyone's wearing pretty good shoes to them.
We got the we got the Jordan.
How about you?
Jordan's up in here. He got the.
Oh, we're gonna.
There we go. It's us. Show your sneakers.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Thank you for that. All right, so on top of Annabelle, we're also going to be sharing our own personal paranormal experiences. So sit back and relax
and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
so so let's continue on about Annabelle. So you want to do a recap of what we talked about Annabelle in the last one?
So we discussed the fact that the original Annabelle doll was a
Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann doll. Okay. Yes, she was very raggedy.
Yes.
And it was given to a nurse by her boyfriend.
He really did not want her to live.
Okay, this is okay.
And eventually it got into the custody of Ed and Lorraine Warren, where we also spoke about their little room of haunted artifacts that their daughter gets the priest to continue it to I think it's monthly.
Yeah,
to bless the room so that all that evil stays contained. So we're just gonna talk a little bit more about that, seeing as the last one was a little bit rushed.
Yes, I'm sorry for that.
We are very sorry for that. That was not our intention.
Technical
difficulties all around.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now that we're here, I'm sorry, this is like so weird. I'm sorry, it's
right now it's just like a weird
the vibe is off, guys.
Yeah,
our vibe is off, and I think it's because Intaz is mad at Jaden for ditching him yesterday.
Well, so we're gonna try to get through this as best as we can, but yeah. So okay? I'm just gonna start speaking because I feel very
awkward.
Yeah. Okay, so so Ed and Lorraine Warren were paranormal investigators who over the decades did very infamous cases, and one of them was Annabelle.
I think from the last video they know a lot about Ed and Laura and whatever. So let's just keep moving.
Okay. I think we should just get on to our paranormal experiences then, so we get this like that one person speaking. So Jaden, you wanna go first?
Yeah, Jaden, go.
Okay. When it was 2020 and I was spending the night at my aunt's house, and I wanted to go back to sleep because it was like the beginning of the day, but I was like kind of dozing off and kind of staying awake at the same time, so I was trying to keep awake. So I was like moving my eyes back and forth and whatnot and going around and everything. And so I just happened to look at the corner of my eye. So like, this is the door. I'm right here. I see a shadowy figure just like poke its head out and poke its head back. I was like, what the
That was
I woke up.
Your ex-ditcher.
My what?
The shade.
So you saw something peek, and you didn't know what it was.
No.
It was
unlike your career.
What?
Okay.
And it was human. And it was a human, right?
No, it was not.
It was a human.
No.
And then what
So
did you do? What did you do when you saw it? Like, what was your reaction? What?
I was very, very surprised that I saw that very unhumanly figure. Like, it was really tall.
Look at his
It had white eyes. He was looking like a shadowy black figure. I don't know what it was.
You sure it wasn't your reflection?
Alright, so what were you saying, Jaden?
Wait, do you hear?
Yeah, it was a very shadowy, tall looking figure. I don't know what it was. It was just, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't really have a lot of paranormal experiences.
No, it's alright. Some people just have more. Some people have less. So that's alright. So who wants to go next?
I'll go.
So people have more of what? You could share it, Maya.
This is more paranormal experiences. So, I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
So, I have a few, but the one that really scared me the most was my freshman year of high school, and I was off it. You know.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, just hello. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was off it. So
Yeah,
funny enough, I went to church that day forgetting that I had church, so I was out of it the entire time.
Yeah, she was very tired.
I was very exhausted.
Exhausted.
So I was starving too. I was so hungry. So after church, my sisters, my dad, my aunt and uncle, and we went to Wendy's because there's a Wendy's right by.
Yeah.
So we got like, you know that pack of like mad sandwiches and then the fries and all that. Yeah, we got that. Bro, it was so good.
She's
food never slapped. Yo, food never slapped. So good. But anyway, so we got the bags, right? We get everything, and as we're walking, you know, me and my oldest younger sister, if that makes sense, because she's younger than me, but she's older than the others. And what? Oh,
it's on the thing.
So she's like my oldest youngest sister.
Yeah.
And we like walking ahead of everybody so we could spill the tea without anybody hearing. So as it's happening, right? The what's it called? Like the mood just shifted, and we're like,
okay,
like what?
Yeah.
So we look at our younger sisters and we're like, yo, y'all feel that? And they're like, yeah, like somebody's watching us.
That eerie,
yeah, like that eerie feeling, like I'm like, oh child, I just got to church. Oh no, don't do this to me. So we felt like somebody was watching us and following us, and our parents were completely fine. They didn't realize anything.
Oh, so it was just you guys.
It was just us that were feeling it. So we start walking faster, and it's like we're in Ridgewood right now. Like when we were over there, we were in Ridgewood.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the street lamps aren't really all over like it is in Bushwick or anywhere else. So it's dark as hell in this this area, and we're like, yo, bro, I'm shitting myself right now. Like it's scary. So we get to my grandma's house and everything's fine for now. Then we normally hang out in the basement because that's our place. Like that's basically our area where we chill. It's kind of like a living room and a dining room all in one. And there's like a boiler room in the back. We have like a table, we have couch, TV, and there's a fridge there as well.
Yeah.
And we do. And we're eating and chilling and everything, and then my sisters are lecturing me because they realized why I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
Called me a junkie. It was so nice.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll bleep that out. It's okay. Anyway, then after we finished eating, I'm just chilling on the couch and I could go to sleep right now. And then they turn out my sister Julia, the oldest youngest, or Lulia, I call her. She turned off the lights. And she was making a TikTok, so her flash was on. And that's when me and my little sister, Anna, she's the fourth youngest, I think. She's one of my younger sisters. I'm 3 years older than her. 3 years, 9 months, and a couple days. Anyway, that's not important. So, we scream. We scream. We're like, oh my God. Turn on the lights. Right now, she thinks we're messing around. We're like, I said her full government name. I was like, turn on those lights right now. I am not playing with you. Turn them on. Because when I tell you, my sister and I, we saw something in the dark staring at us. Like when I tell you it didn't even look human, I was like, oh no. Lights on right now. And before she turned on the lights, we heard a demonic growl come from the boiler room.
From the boiler room?
The boiler room, bro. When I tell you, I was like, oh, no. I was like, yo, bro, if y'all don't turn on these lights right now, we're throwing hands. I started praying. I was like, oh, Jesus. I was like, oh, no. And they're like, what happened? I was like, y'all didn't hear that? They were like, hear what? I was like, the growl. She was like, y'all heard a growl? I heard bubbles. I said, oh, nope.
Bubbles?
Nope. I said, nope. Not today. Not today. When I tell you, I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Did anything else happen? Or was that
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh.
It was really weird that night.
Oh.
So, me and most of my sisters, it was me, Soph, and Anna. We go upstairs.
You got 3 minutes.
I got you. I can wrap it up in 3 minutes. We go upstairs, right? But my little sister Lulia, she stayed downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Issa, come down. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. She's like, I need you to come down. And I'm like, why? I'm gonna come up. She said, no, I like it down here. I was like, nope.
She said, I like it down here. Like
Yes.
days, or like, so she was possessed.
I don't know.
They can't possess your body that fast.
But like, I don't know what was happening.
Yeah.
But she was acting so weird. So I went downstairs. I grew some balls. I went downstairs to check on her. I was like, hey, you okay? She's like, I'm perfectly fine. Come inside. I'm like,
No.
she's like, we can close the door and shut it. I said, no. I said, if you want me here, that door stays open and those lights stay on.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
So I went to tell my parents, and they checked on her. She was acting completely normal.
Yeah.
In front of their parents, but around me and our sisters and anyone else, she was acting mad weird. So the night comes to an end, right? And funny enough, my aunt and uncle, we prayed out the night. And then we left, and she was perfectly normal.
Oh, so it was like being at that house was doing something separate.
I don't know. Because the craziest thing was when we went to church that same day, she's like a prophet. She's never been to my grandma's house. And she told us what you saw that night in the boiler room, in your grandma's house in the basement. She told me where the boiler room is, what the basement looked like. She said that was real. I said, nope. Nope. No,
That's
thank
actually
you.
really scary.
I was like, no, thank you. I was, oh my. She said, y'all need to pray over that room, sanctify all of that. I'm like, child.
Do we still go into Grammy's basement?
Yeah, because it's clear now.
Oh,
It feels better. It feels way better in there. Like, we were able to tell that the energy was off when we went in there.
I'm gonna tell my story, but I'm gonna shorten it because.
Well, you want me to
Okay.
share mine is shorter than hers, so then you can be the last one. Or do you want to?
Sure.
All right, so I don't know how I'm gonna top that story. I thought my story was scary. So I don't know when it was. It was like in the afternoon, and my mom, my dad, my aunt, and my cousin all had left to go somewhere, and it was just me and my grandma in the house.
You got 5
So-
minutes.
So I was watching TV Mom. So it was just broad daylight. So my grandma went to go get some air downstairs, so she went down. So I don't know. I think it was like 10 minutes had passed. And I was watching TV, minding my own business. It was quiet because I was the only one. And all of a sudden, I hear my grandma call me from the living room. So I thought she had come back up. So it was like the voice. So I paused it, right? And I said, what happened, Grandma? She didn't say nothing. I said, what happened? She still said nothing. So I walked into the living room and no one was there.
So.
So I checked the house. I thought
Not
maybe
to cut you, right? Not to like interrupt you, but this happens. That same thing that you're like saying that happens so much in the Caribbean
It
because
does.
we have
Really?
so much paranormal there. We have burial grounds
Yeah.
there, like. big.
Like, I can hear,
So-
even in my house, I'd be hearing people call out my name, and I think it's my parents. So one time I went,
Yeah.
they're like, we didn't call you. I was like,
So we live by
Happened to me.
one rule over there. If they don't call twice, you do not go because it's not gonna be nice.
no, because I be hearing my name multiple times. And,
No.
like, it's like nobody's calling me.
The thing
I'm
is,
like,
it was so scary because I was alone. So
We
then
got phones.
no, so wait. So what happened was,
like, yo, you called me?
yeah. After I didn't see anybody, I decided to check the house. I checked the rooms. I checked the bathroom. Nothing.
That happened to me once, but I was home alone. My mom was at work and everyone was at work.
So you want to know what I did?
But I was alone. I was like, nope, I'm gonna stay in my room. I have a lot of knowledge about y'all.
But the thing is, I shouldn't
will
have went
stay.
and checked.
No.
But once I saw no one was in the house, you don't understand. I skipped steps. I feel like I levitated down those stairs. I ran. I said, Grandma, I heard you call my name. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was down here. And I said, I know you were. But I heard you call my name. It was so real that I paused what I was watching. After that, I waited with her until she went back up. I told my dad, but he's a skeptic. So he was like, probably someone from upstairs. You don't understand how mad I was. I was like, I heard her call me. And that was like probably the scariest thing ever. 'Cause
Okay.
His is probably scarier, so no one's
So
topping
I have
his.
two. So first off, you guys will probably understand the story more than
Which one
they
you gonna
will.
do, 2 or 1?
Yeah. So
Okay.
So the night before I even knew my dad died, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nasty.
You don't have to
Anyways,
bleep that out.
Oh.
I will. I'll just leave it. But the night before I found out he died, I got signs, because usually things would happen and then I would know it. So I was sleeping and all I could hear is like, you know how they like clean their teeth sometimes? He used to do this so often.
Yeah.
So I heard his voice and he was cleaning his teeth like over and over and over and over, like it's sticking in my head.
Cleaning his. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I know
Like,
what you mean.
you
That
know
sound. Yeah.
that's his sound?
Yeah.
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 And I was like, this man don't live here. Why I keep hearing him? The next day I woke up and I even got signs in my dreams that, about death. And the next day I woke up, I was like, maybe someone's gonna die, probably like a family member or whatever. The next day I woke up, I saw my aunt crying and he died.
Oh, wow.
So, thank you for the visit, but don't give a. So, I'm gonna believe that too, it's fine. We got a lot of time. So, the next story is this one happened before like a long time ago, before I even knew about myself, you know what I'm saying? So I was a kid and my mom was always told me like don't point in burial grounds.
Oh yeah.
And I was a daredevil and I still am. So I pointed in a burial ground to see what will happen.
Of course you did.
And my mom, we were
Why are you laughing?
It's funny too.
What?
Because the night after, like I'm sleeping in my bed and all I could see is something come through the window and point at me.
Oh,
So
revenge.
not revenge. And he flipped me off.
What?
Yeah.
The thing came to your window, pointed at you, and flipped you off?
So when I told the story to my mom, she never believed me. But my neighbors, they aren't skeptics because she does religious things and she believes in all of that.
Yeah.
So when I told her the story, she was like, that happened to me once.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay.
Wait, so I have a question. You pointed at a random grave?
I just pointed in the gravesite.
So that spirit probably came back and decided, let me go back to you.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
No,
So what did you do?
I
Did
tell
it? Oh, sorry. What was I say?
When I tell you, like, I find like.
And let me tell you, like, I'm not interrupting, but let me tell you, this was the most nastiest, disgustingest hand I've ever seen. It was like rotting flesh.
Oh, no throwing up. No.
But yeah, continue.
No, like I find paranormal, like especially when like they're not just all in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people think that they're all in your head. And you're
No,
like,
it's
no.
not.
Do we have enough time to share another story? Because I can give y'all a nice summary.
Bro, I have another story.
We have
It's
another.
like a
time,
30.
next
It's
time,
like
like,
it's
a dream she
really. It's a dream I had.
Maybe we
Wait,
should do part 2.
wait. Didn't he have a second story?
He told the second story. That was the second story.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
His first one was about how he had a dream that his dad died. The second one was about the burial thing. The ground.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I'm not
It
thinking
went
shit
so
right now.
fast.
So
Wow.
there's this. So a couple months ago, right? I think it was last year, sophomore year.
Isabel, we got like
We have.
5 minutes.
I got.
She
you.
can do it.
I
She can do it in a couple minutes.
So my sister had turned on the red lights, right? LED lights.
Whoa. Oh shoot. Why is that thing doing the LED lights? Oh shoot. It turned off and then did, I swear.
No, thank you.
It
No,
does,
thank
it does. You saw that when she said LED lights, it turned off and I went to turn it back on and it showed lights on the screen. Ooh.
I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
we're
I'm
going
good.
to
I'm good.
Oh my God. No, we need to stop.
No, I need to
No,
tell.
this is a sign. This is a sign. This is a sign. This is a sign.
Okay, so we're gonna cut this video because I have to tell my castmate something. So
Okay.
we're gonna cut this video right here.
This
so.
is a sign. Okay, wait.